Welcome,
On. Hey,
welcome.
Sammy there?
Let's go.
Sammy's there?
I made it.
I
I made it. Clutch.
Awesome.
For those watching at home, this is the first time that we've recorded this intro. So
I can't wait for the blooper reel. If only there was a blooper reel. That would actually go somewhat viral. Like Sammy not showing up first, and then the whole like, oh, I wasn't recording.
so this part of the podcast is our draft, and we brought in Della, and we're going to be drafting legendary NBA jerseys. So we'll go around in a group and select our favorite jerseys. I did say I was going to moderate it and let you guys select, but as I was looking through the jerseys, I was like, damn, I love that jersey. It's so good. So I'm going to jump in as well, right?
Yeah, you got to have your say, man.
What
Yeah,
what
'cause
else-
I don't know any of their. Sorry, I don't know any of their picks. So are we all trying to get a number like the top 5 or the top 10, and we're all going to pitch in what they are together, or is it like my top versus their top?
Nah, so this is how it works. Like everyone, like you guys sent me your draft board of jerseys, and I've selected my draft board, which may or may not include some that you guys have picked. So basically, we'll go around. So we'll sort out the order, but guests tend to go first. So Della, you'll be first. Corey is the oldest, so then he goes next, and then it goes Sammy, and then I'm last because I'm the host. So you just pick your favorite jersey, and then if you like, just we can discuss like that jersey. We can like maybe I'll share my screen, and we can just bring up like the year of the jersey, who was in that team, and like what are some of the memories that we have of that squad as well.
Love it. Love it.
But we didn't intro you, Della, just yet. So, Culture Kings, head of social media, CEO of XBL Local Brisbane 3-on-3 League. Tell us a little bit about that.
All right, so XBL, it's a 3-on-3 basketball league. We cater to the experience before anything. If you compare us to another league that's in Brisbane or even national, like what we do is, we have prizes after each game. We have an MVP that's awarded the prize. They spin a wheel. They can win anything from like 2K VC, a haircut, some free wings, a free burger, jerseys, a whole bunch of Culture Kings merch like snapbacks, jerseys. We even got sneakers. And for the next season, we actually got over $10,000 worth of prizes for the spinny wheel. So we can't wait to launch that. We play with an actual size ball, not the small, what is size 6, but it weighs like a 7 that you start playing with each ball, it messes up your shooting. So now we play with the official NBA ball. We will be testing to see if we want to play with the FIBA ball, as in like the Olympic FIBA ball. But yeah, 3-on-3 half court indoor, and that's probably one of the biggest takeaways is that it's an indoor basketball league. We're not playing on cement. We're playing on the nice hardwood. So if you trip and fall and you're over your 30s, you're not going to kill yourself for a week. So it's a whole bunch of fun. We have live music. We have MCs some weeks. We have DJs some weeks. And it's just a whole bunch of fun. It's the energy. It's the atmosphere of like a park pickup, but it's regulated with the ref as well. So yeah, that's XBL basketball. The next season will start up in January, and I'm super excited for the next season. Yeah.
So good. Like we were
Sounds
we were
legit,
chatting,
Del.
we were chatting about it before you got it all started, and the thing that stuck out for me the most was like your passion about. We've all been playing in these leagues around Brisbane for years and years and years, and you had this vision in your mind. This could be so much better. It could be more engaging, and a lot of you see it in America, overseas. There's leagues that are just sort of taking things to the next level and giving the people that participate a better player experience. They have their highlights. They feel like they're actually part of something, and they're not just getting gouged by their registration fees and money each week to go and play in a comp, and that's it. So like to see like
100%.
the vision that you put forward and then see what you've created was awesome to see. So congratulations on
Thanks,
that.
man. Yeah, appreciate it. The one thing that I remember when I was like, I was probably just finishing the I guess the rep basketball that I was playing. And then when I started playing social leagues, trying to get my team together, you pay so much money just to get your team together, get the right jerseys together. And then you get there and they're like, who's got a ball? And you're like, why don't you supply the ball? Like, we paid like 110 just to play this week, and then we got to supply the ball. Most of the time, you're actually playing with like someone else's ball who already has the advantage because it's their ball. It's not like a universal ball. Like, so yeah, that was a big. I was always thinking this could be so much better. Like, why isn't there loud music playing? That's exactly what we want to do when there's pickup. Even what we do on social media, the way that we film the highlights, it's portrait. I love what I guess
Yeah.
some leagues in Brisbane have been doing, and even getting like Glory League, which is really cool, and it gets you stats, but it's on a swivel that's landscape. Like everything nowadays is shot portrait for Instagram and
Yeah.
TikTok. That's where we want to post our
Every-
highlights and stuff. So let's have
every
someone
time
there
I-
doing it.
Every time I get a breakaway dunk, it's missed as well. Like it never keeps up with the play.
It lags a bit. Yeah, but I mean, it's a cool, innovative move to have Glory League in your league, but that's like the most innovative thing that I've seen in a league is add Glory League in, and I think there's just so much more to do in that space. And
Yeah.
the response we've got has been fantastic, and I just can't wait to scale it even bigger.
Well done.
Yeah,
mate.
that's
So
awesome.
what's up?
So on to the draft. So let's just recap. We're going to select iconic NBA jerseys that meant something to us growing up. Della, you're still a child. You're probably going to pick all the recent ones, but Corey is ancient. Corey's going straight to the 70s and 80s. He's
gone to Jerry West.
He's
Bob
picked
Cousy.
black and white jerseys. His jerseys aren't even in color on the TV.
With the super high shorts to match with.
Yeah, he's going
Yeah,
full kit.
boxer
He's
shorts.
picking shorts as well.
All right. Okay, so what I might do is how about I throw out some honorable mentions and then I'll go through my top 5?
No, you can't. You're not going to go through your top 5. You're just going to pick one.
Yeah, it's a
You're gonna pick
draft.
one jersey,
So one each.
and then we're gonna go around. So you'll pick your favorite jersey, then Corey will pick his, then Sam will pick his, and I'll pick mine. So
And then are we
Corey
going to
might-
go round again? Or do I have
And we'll
to
go back.
live and die by this? Oh, we'll go back.
3
Okay,
jerseys
cool.
each.
we'll keep going back around. So depending on time,
3
we
jerseys each.
might get 3 jerseys each. And we can chat about each jersey and stuff like that as well.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, look, I'm going to put this one on the board. Yes, I was thinking about looks, but then I've also had to take in mind this history and heritage that you need to back what is a good jersey. When you see that jersey, you need to feel something that it connects to either a moment or a time and place. So the first one that I'll go with is the Miami or Brooklyn Nets nickname jerseys. There was a game where they had King James on the back for the Miami Heat. You also had Ray Allen, who was Jesus Shuttlesworth, and he had that on the back of his
Yeah, that was
jersey, which
cool.
is super dope. From that movie, what's the movie with Denzel
Flash.
Washington?
You got game.
He got game. That's it.
Yeah, he got game.
He got game with the Jordan. He got game 13. Yeah. Then you also had like Kevin Garnett on who they were playing. Like it was Heat versus the Nets, and Kevin Garnett
Yeah,
had
big ticket, right?
and Paul Pierce had the truth on the back. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Who was the 3-point shooter? Is Jason Terry?
Ray Allen.
He also had
Oh,
Jet.
no on the Nets.
Jet.
On the Nets had
That would have been cool.
the Jet. That's it. Yeah, he had the Jet on the back. So
He's a man.
I think if you were to get your hand on one of those jerseys and it'd be an official like either one of the two, I wouldn't even go. I mean, I would obviously go the King James one, but I think that is like a moment in time where we haven't seen that done again. And I just think, yeah, that's like I'll put that in my top.
So you're going King James nickname jersey?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll do that. Yeah. When are you gonna see King James on the back of a jersey again? That's just come on. And the NBA was for it. That is so cool. Like
When Bronny wins league MVP.
Yeah.
Won't that be Prince, James?
That's a nice pick.
Yeah. Thank you.
That is
Yeah,
a
that was
very
awesome.
It is new.
thoughtful
It
pick.
is new school though too.
Yeah.
Corey?
For me, growing up, 1991, I first, got into the NBA and watched the Bulls beat the Lakers and Jordan with the tongue out and switching hands. So growing up, everyone had to have a red classic Chicago Bulls Jordan jersey. But my ultimate favorite one is when they went 72-10 and they brought out the black Chicago Bulls with the red pinstripe.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Probably my favorite. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
What year was that? In
96, 97, they went 72-10, and they never seen a Black Bulls jersey before, and they introduced the red pinstripe, the red number 23, and it was awesome, man. I think they won their 72nd game wearing that jersey against the Bucks. Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
I think that if I'm not mistaken, that would have been the same year that they brought out the Bread 11s, which would tie perfectly with that jersey. I wonder if maybe that's
Yeah.
why they did it. The Bread 11s. If I'm
it's
right, that
beautiful
might be the year that he was on it.
Mm.
that's
Makes
my
sense.
favorite.
I think that jersey looks like evil. Like I looked at that, and I don't know if it's because I didn't want the Bulls to win, but I just look at the black with the pinstripe and think,
Yeah.
man, like imagine just lining up
bad.
against Jordan and they're wearing the black
Yeah.
red pinstripe. You'd be like, fuck. Yeah.
We're gonna get pumped.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long night.
Yeah,
You know,
That's a great-
Corey, I do think it's a great pick, but I don't think that's the best Chicago Michael Jordan Bulls jersey. I reckon it was the rookie one with the Chicago spelt out.
Yeah.
Where it had like
Mm.
the
Rookie
curve.
jersey, yeah. Yeah,
Well,
That
you have,
would
the,
be
opp- you have the
I
opportunity.
like this
to
one better.
I like this one, but I prefer Rodman on this one
Yeah, same.
because yeah,
That's
So,
a
yeah,
Rodman jersey to me.
the Bread 11s came out in '96, so that
Yeah.
that was the year. I just
Yeah. It's a special jersey.
No, it's special. It's special.
Mm.
I do think
Oh.
it's going to get knocked out though from the others that we picked.
Oh, yeah, it will.
So the question is, Corey, would you have picked the King James nickname jersey if that was available for you on the first pick?
No way.
It wasn't on your draft board.
No, certainly not.
It's on his toilet roll.
I did like the hot pink Miami Heat jersey. They did the
Yeah.
a couple of years ago.
Miami Vice, I think. Miami Nights.
Miami
Yeah,
Vice.
Yeah, they
that was-
did.
Well, that may or may not be on
And
my
Aqua
draft
too.
board.
I think Sammy's got that one.
Sammy, you're up next.
My pick. Oh yeah. So I actually thought it was about style first, but I realized now it's a bit more than that, which is really cool. So for my first jersey, I am going to go with the Mamba jersey. Lakers has been my team ever since I adopted basketball at 13. Kobe was my biggest basketball influence and continues to be to this day. And the fact that I'm pretty sure that the year we released that was also the year we won in the bubble.
Yeah.
So for me, it kind of brings everything in terms of my NBA basketball loyalty together. So yeah, in fact, and watching Bron playing it too was like awesome.
I had this as my number one when I did the rating to how it is, and I had the as I mentioned before, you have to have like, for me to rate it, you have to have history and like hold a moment in time, and that also
Yeah, that's the hard part, right? Because he didn't play in it.
Well, Kobe passed away, but you know that jersey would have been iconic, even more iconic had Danny Green just hit that shot. That because they wore that in the game. I think Game 5 when they
yeah.
won
They
it on
lost.
that, and then LeBron,
Couldn't
yeah,
close
they
it out.
lost, but they would have won the chip in Kobe's, the Mamba jersey.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
that would have been amazing.
That would
That would have been
incredible.
amazing.
Same. I've got one of those jerseys. It may or may
Nice.
not be authentic. Yeah, night.
We
like most of my clubs.
we saw this at
minor.
Culture Kings, and they went like that, like within seconds.
Yeah.
I remember we only had like less than 100, and each time we had it, it was just gone. Like, yeah.
What is the deal with that? Like, how does one actually procure anything from Culture Kings in these draws? Is it all bots or is it like legit?
No, so we've
You
got
got to manage your podcast and ask for a plug.
Now we know someone.
We've got like a software that cuts out bots to be able to apply. And we're also about to bring back this like thing in store where you have to, you have to do something to be in the raffle. So just, make sure you're a human. Yeah, so no, bots, CK, no, but like in the past, every website, e-commerce website has troubles with bots. But hey, even stuff like we can't get ahead of the public, so yeah, it's tough. It can be tough when 2,000 people want the same thing and you've only got 200 stock. So it's like, it's worse than.
All right, my pick.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pick a time of my life when I was really getting into basketball. The draft class that this player was in includes all my favorite players. It was from an expansion team. It was like the next coming of Jordan. He had just come off an amazing college career at North Carolina. So I'm going with the Purple Raptors. Like,
That's beautiful.
That's a
The
go
night
jersey. I think
before-
everyone loves that one.
the Nike
Yeah.
shocks, like him just like
Yeah.
punching on everyone,
Nike shots.
hamming the ball, dunking it. Like he like for me, I think because he had such a long career, he's become underrated. Like because
Mm.
we judged him on like his last seasons with like the Hawks and stuff like that. But man, like if this guy had just won a championship as the main player, he'd probably be up there with like considered as one of the best players of all time, right?
Yeah.
He's
Is
Yeah,
he
he'd
gonna
be
be a
top
Hall of
20
Famer?
conversation for sure.
out of this world.
I reckon he will be.
Is he a Hall of Famer or not? Like what?
Yeah.
He will be.
For the highest in-game over dunk ever. Just for that alone. Jumping over a 7-footer. Boom. Hall of Fame.
Frenchie.
Yeah.
He played over 4 decades. He was 43 when he retired. 23 seasons. 22 seasons? 23?
Yeah.
But man, his first 15 years was epic.
Yeah.
So he's actually
he was
he's
amazing.
actually being inducted into the Hall of Fame next month with Tracy McGrady and Julius Erving. So that's pretty
His
cool,
cousin.
man. Yeah, his
It's
Yeah.
cool.
cousin.
They're bringing the two together. That's really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
And they were on the
Yeah,
same
it's
team
special.
at one point in Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
You wish they
Apparently
stuck together and
they
figured it out.
They didn't know they were cousins until they were on the same team. Apparently.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
that's a
Yeah,
good
that's a
pick.
nice
That's
pick.
a
I
great
got that jersey.
And
got that one.
that's a
Yeah.
snapshot in time too. That's like,
Exactly,
dunk
yeah.
contest. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a good pick.
I had the Nike shocks. They didn't make the top fire. It did not make the
Silver?
top fire.
Were they silver?
But no, I didn't have the silver ones. I had all black ones when I was at college in Texas at the time, and that's when
Okay.
Vince was just like going bananas in the league,
Yeah.
Fun fact, he actually blew up the brand N1. He
He
wore
did, yeah.
and
Yeah, he
he
did.
wore the N1 shoes in the dunk comp, which he was known to wearing, Nike shocks or just something a little bit different. But when he wore the N1 shoes that N1 didn't even plan to do, he just up
Yeah.
and wore them and just blew them up. Yeah.
Was
Vince
it the
Carter
Thai
was-
cheese, bro, or was it something else? I'm trying to remember.
I think so because they had the different colors on each.
The two shades.
side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's
yeah.
Thai
and
cheese. Yeah. Nice.
I'm not sure what podcast I heard it on, but someone came out at Vince Carter and said he would have been better. I think it was Gilbert Arenas said he would have been better had he had more of a drive like Kobe did, but he just never wanted to win. That as bad as like the Kobe.
Man, we'd all be better if we had Kobe's drive. That shit's one in a
Yeah,
billion.
true.
I think, yeah. Yeah.
Some nice jerseys.
Go
There.
on.
Whose pick is it? Is it Della's pick?
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
showing you. That was the Thai cheese that he wore in the dunk contest. The white with
It
the
is.
red.
Yeah, that was it. Yep. I've
He-
got a
that
pair
was
of
it.
Tai Chis. That's how old I am.
That's great.
That was the
I-
that was the
I remember
first time
getting it
you
once.
the whole arm through the rim dunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. Yeah.
Can't even do it on
All
my
right, my go.
Yep.
All right, Dell's up.
All right. Okay, so I had the Mamba jersey. That's been mentioned. This one might ruffle a couple feathers. Again, I'm going heritage. When you look at this jersey, you feel a moment. Though this may not look too aesthetically pleasing and it didn't get much love at that time. However, the Game 7 Cleveland and Golden State Warriors, I want to say 2015 and 16, the year that LeBron won the championship for Cleveland, the jersey where it's like, Cleveland, this is for you. The shirt that Adidas made,
Yeah. the
although it
shirt.
didn't get much love, but when you see that, you already think about the block. You think about the Kyrie shot, and they will never do that style of jersey again. So to get your hand on a Game 7 jersey from that time, it's just like, wow, like that's pretty coveted to be able to speak those words. Think about if you were to see like, I'm a Laker fan. If you were to look at like a Laker yellow and gold jersey, it's just you don't know what from championship that could have been, but that jersey alone resonates with a championship, one of the greatest games ever played. That Game 7, one of the greatest blocks you'll ever see. The Kyrie shot, yeah, that jersey speaks volumes. That
Oh,
one.
that
the
one.
shirt. Yeah. The sleeve.
Remember he ripped
That's
it
looks
as
so
well
weird
in
now.
the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He ripped one of them. He was saying it was like messing with the shot, like kind of like how you don't prefer to wear a singlet rather than a t-shirt. Yeah, I get it, but I don't think that was the reason.
Fun fact.
Were they the only team that wore the t-shirt star?
Nah.
No, the
every
whole
team
league
had
did.
them.
Really?
Yep.
Shit, I wasn't watching.
Yeah, it was a quick moment of time, and they didn't sell. I remember in stores
Yeah.
they did not sell. It was like
Yeah.
the one of the worst things that they had tried to do. But yeah, I think as well they made it so like big. It was really like
Right.
not like compression.
Awkward.
If it was a bit more of a compression t-shirt,
As
it
a
would have been
shooter.
good. But for the
I
average
can't play
person,
basketball in a t-shirt because my fall through is like behind my ear. So like I feel like t-shirts that get stuck. Yes, I know that sounds stupid, but fun fact though, when the teams wore those jerseys, they had a better shooting percentage on average than when they didn't in that season.
Interesting. Didn't know that.
oh, that's cool. That's a
Might
good
want to fact check that. Might have made it up. It was a long time ago, but I'm pretty sure I heard that at the time.
You're gonna get aggregated in the future, dude. And social
Yeah.
media's gonna kill you.
I hope everyone in the comments like gets at you for that. Even more reason to back up my pick.
Yeah.
So you picked 2 LeBron jerseys. Bella, I see a pattern here.
Hey, I mean they're pretty iconic jerseys on the greatest player of all time. How could I? Come on.
Okay. Corey, you're next.
Yeah,
Michael Jordan, 1992.
we're gonna have all LeBron jerseys and all Jordan jerseys.
No. So I'm stuck in the 90s, but I remember when 1992 Larry Johnson was drafted #1 by the Hornets, Grandmama, when the teal Hornets jersey
The
came
teal
out.
with the 2. So
Man,
good.
everyone had
Yeah. New York.
Ella doesn't know about this.
It was before
Ella
Dallas
doesn't
time.
know
everyone
Wow,
had a
what's that?
Hornets jersey. You had to have a Hornets jersey in the 90s.
Okay.
Funny story. When I hit a clutch 3 in any game that year, sorry Della, that was actually my go-to move. It felt so awesome. Go ahead, Della.
So I kid you not. Okay, so we had this shot. I wish I could pull it up now. It's a little bit too hard. But we had the that exact jersey. Oh, it was the darker version, the turquoise one. Number 2 Charlotte on a mannequin, and we shot it and we said, come, get your jersey in for the weekend or whatever the ad said. And so many people bought it thinking it was LaMelo Ball, the jersey that you have behind you.
Oh shit!
And we got so many
You're like, "Who's
returns
Johnson?"
because it was like, yeah, they thought it was, yeah, and that
Oh.
was right on time because everyone was like, oh my god, they got the LaMelo Ball jersey early, but it was not. It was just this old grandma. What's his name? Grandma guy, whatever.
Grandmama Larry Johnson.
Larry put Charlotte on the map. Like he had the gold tooth.
Yeah, he
He had
did.
the grandma wig. He was dunking on people. The Converse gel, high tops.
Correct. The cons. Yeah.
man.
He was a
Awesome.
beast too, man. Until he did his
Yeah.
back, he was a monster.
So
was
did
awesome.
he play with Patrick Ewing? Is that like his?
Yeah.
his
He
next
went to New
era?
York in about season 5. He went from Charlotte to New York, and they went to the finals and played the Spurs when Duncan won. But
Is that against
Ewing
New
got
York?
injured.
You
Yeah,
know,
Was
Ewing
that
got injured.
against-
So there was
oh,
Larry
okay.
Johnson, Sprewell, Allen
Okay.
Houston, Marcus Camby. All
Stark,
Who was the
Went
point, who was the
through-
point guard?
John Stark,
Charlie Ward, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah,
Charlie Ward.
would have been.
Chris Childs.
John,
Chris
But they
Charles
got
coming
through
off
to
the
the
bench,
they
maybe.
got through to the finals, and Ewing missed the whole finals against Spurs. So yeah.
Mm,
Otherwise, I reckon they would have had a chance.
much better chance with him for sure. No, that's an awesome jersey, man. That's one of the all-time greats.
But
as well,
Della,
for
look
sure.
up the 4-point play, Larry Johnson.
4-point play.
Yeah,
was he
talk about
three-point shooter?
moments.
He-
Moments
He
in
got him
NBA
into the
Finals
finals
history.
against the Pacers, game 6. He
And
hits
he's
the
like
he hits a
3-point
3
shooter
and
or
gets
something?
fouled.
There it is.
Ah,
Hits the 3, gets fouled, sends it, gets the free throw, and goes through the final. They got through to the
Okay.
finals.
that's cool. That is cool because see, I like that when you see a jersey, you feel a moment. That
You
is.
remember it,
that's-
Yeah,
oh yeah.
yeah.
You're up, Sammy.
I'm up. Talking about moments, one of the shittiest moments as a Laker, but one of the greatest moments of the Sixers of all time, it has to be the black Iverson jersey. That shit is epic. That everyone has a moment with that jersey. I've got to go with that one.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Andy, you could attest to this. I had that in my top 5. Either the black or the white one. I'm thinking the second you see that is just like a moment in like not only NBA but like a moment in fashion. Like
Oh, for sure.
I'm sure brothers wore that to the clubs. Just that like I was
Yeah. You're
think
not
of, like-
kidding. With a white t-shirt underneath, bro, and a do-rag and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah,
That's how big it was.
Every-
Slam basketball.
Every
Slam
white
basketball
Yeah.
boy,
magazine having that.
every white boy in Scotland that wanted to be black wore an Iverson jersey as well.
Are you saying you had one, Andy, or not?
I'll share it. I'll share a picture with you guys later. It was the first basketball jersey I ever had, and my
I want to see your braids. I want to see your braids, Andy. Tight cornrows, bro.
I did have bleached yellow hair though.
Nice.
Yellow.
But
Yeah, that's got to be a top. That you had, if you had that, you were cool. And I remember, I had
Yeah.
finally got enough money to buy a jersey, and I think it was like $100 at the time, whatever. And I go on a Foot Locker, and the Denver Iverson jersey just came out, and I remember being so torn. And I ended up getting this jersey, but I remember being so torn. Do I get the new one or do I get the one that I've always wanted? So I ended up getting that one.
So, Sammy, did when the 76ers played the Lakers in the 01 finals that they won game 1, was he wearing this one?
Correct. That's
Wow.
part of what it makes it so epic
Yeah.
to me. He's got a moment behind that.
That was
jersey. He
their
got
own,
fuck
that
tons
was the
of them.
Lakers' only
But that
loss
was
in that
that
series.
was unreal.
That
Yeah,
was the
that's
Lakers'
right.
only loss in that playoff run.
Insane. We should have
Wow.
swept the table, but it is what it is. We
Yeah.
won in the end.
That's
That was
nice.
unreal. His performance in that game 1 was unbelievable.
Mm.
But
That was
that
my
series-
introduction to basketball, by the
The
way.
series
Yeah.
before that
There's a good
was
one.
76ers versus Raptors. Iverson and Carter had 2
Yeah.
games in a row where they scored 50 points.
Yep.
Didn't Vince
They were
Carter
going at
go
it,
to
eh?
college or something? He went to
Yeah,
college and
college graduate, eh?
Yeah.
yeah.
The day of Game 7. Yeah, man, he did.
Oh, that's
So
the
some
famous,
people were going
walk-
as far as like, well, you know, the reason he missed that shot is because he was slightly short on energy because he went to the graduation. Like it became a big thing. I think it's
Oh,
kind of
that's
forgotten now, but yeah, it was big.
wow.
that Tyrone Lue shot's awesome.
Yeah.
It's
The
such
step
an
over,
iconic-
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's unreal.
The disrespect.
He didn't even give him just no respect, man. He gave him 40. Fuck, I would have jumped over him.
What do you think? Do you think his game has stood the test of time? I completely agree with his cultural impact and who he was and what he stood for and the dress code and all that sort of stuff. You know, like, but his actual game, like, if you do watch old highlights of him, you're like, holy crap, this guy was a baller. But then you look at his shooting percentages and you're like, okay,
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
terrible.
He wasn't efficient at all.
40%.
But is
No.
it not? Is it only because of the later years he was like that though? Because he was like one of the best scorers. at
Not
that time?
really.
His
Best scorer,
his
yeah,
rookie-
but efficiency was bad.
He was a jacker.
Yeah.
rookie of the year.
Everything was going up.
He shot like 41% most of his career.
Yeah.
I
In
put
Philly, he had to. He had to.
right. I put Iverson as, if not just as culturally impactful as Michael Jordan and Steph Curry. I think those three are the most impactful players that ever played the game. Impactful.
I would
Culturally,
agree.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't
You
have
got
LeBron
any?
in there?
Eh,
Not impactful. I don't think I think
Not
he's
on
the greatest
culture.
player of all time, but not impacting the culture. Plus, you can't replicate LeBron. The closest player to LeBron is like Jimmy Butler, like, you know, a shell of Ben Simmons, or like, you know, if Westbrook was a bit taller or could shoot, you know, like, you can't replicate LeBron, but you can. Jordan, you could replicate. We saw it in Kobe and others. Iverson, you could replicate, and you see now people trying to replicate Steph Curry, but you can't replicate LeBron. Pablo, what's the name? Yeah, he's probably like a new one, but now the closest player to LeBron is actually Jimmy Butler. It's a proven fact. I'll send you a video. Anyway,
All right,
yeah,
I'm
that's,
gonna.
that's me.
I'll share my next one. So, one of the earliest influences. I was 11 years old, and I just first started playing and watching basketball, and I've never always been someone that's rooted for the best team. I always wanted the underdogs to win, and I loved Reggie Miller, and he was like my first guy I watched like really close, and I think that is what had a big impact on me now. Like, considering myself as a shooter. Hold on a second.
That's this one, right?
Yeah. Andy, talk about shooters and influence, man. See that big old dumbass wristband he's got on his right? I did that for like 18 months because I wanted to be Reggie Miller. It fucks up your follow through. So I stopped doing it, but I did it just because of him. Yeah, it was massive influence.
100%.
He
Yeah.
had them on, he had
Look,
them on
I was
both.
even. I even changed the way I shot when I was younger, and my shot was worse because I looked at Reggie Miller's shot and I was like, oh, I got to shoot like that. Like,
Trying to replicate his form, eh?
Yeah, his form
Only
was
works
weird.
if you're 6'7". Yeah.
He had a weird shooting technique, but it was pretty accurate.
Yeah.
So I'm having trouble bringing it up, but it's the jersey that with the yellow and white pinstripe across the bottom, right across the side, and it says Indiana.
Oh, yeah.
And it was
Mhm.
that game when he hit 8 points in 9 seconds. So Indiana
Oh,
were
yeah.
down six. Indiana were down
Knicks.
6
Yes, New York,
points with 18.7 seconds left remaining of game one, the 1995 Eastern Conference semifinals. He hit the layup, then he hit the three, stole the inbound, took one dribble back and then hit the shot. Like
Yeah.
it's insane, you know. Have
Yeah.
you
Is
seen
that
that
like in
Della?
the playoff game? No, is this in the playoff game or is this just like a regular?
95
Eastern
playoffs.
Yeah.
Conference Finals game 1.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it was big time.
Wow. Okay.
8 points,
The
big
way-
points
meltdown.
in less than 20 seconds.
Wow. See, that'd be awesome to witness in like
Yeah.
today's game. Like someone take over like that in the last moment and be clutch. That's huge.
The only thing I can think of in sort of recent memory is maybe the T-Mac, like, but that
Yeah.
was ridiculous. That was like what,
13
15
points
points
in
and
20 seconds, 30 seconds.
yeah. But you need to
I
have a
like.
look at that
I
one.
do like the Reggie one more though because it had way more of an impact. Like, I don't think Tracy McGrady got out of the first round, so like, yeah, it was cool.
Right.
It was a moment
Yeah,
for
to
sure,
do
but
that in
like,
the playoff
come
is
on, man.
huge. Is
Yeah,
was that
big
in
time.
the Garden?
Against New York, yeah, in the Garden.
And it's
so
iconic
Spike
because
Lee would have
he turns around to Spike Lee and Spike Lee's like, "Ah," and then like Reggie's like doing this.
Oh, is that where that's from? I've got a T-shirt with
Yeah.
Reggie Miller going like that.
Yeah, it's so
I
cool,
thought
man.
it was. I
Yeah,
thought he was.
you gotta
doing
watch.
like
You gotta watch it, bro.
It's on Netflix. There's a
Ah.
whole documentary on it.
Have you seen the Kobe line where he goes, "Reggie Miller, your fault. Michael Jordan at the Garden, your fault." Is that what he's referring
Your
to?
fault.
Cool.
Who's next?
So
Back to Della.
we going back around again? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well.
We'll do one more.
In-
We'll do one more round.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we got the Mamba jersey out. I had that. The Allen Iverson jerseys, black or white. You had that. I'm glad you went with the black one. That was my all-time favorite. We've done the nickname. That was in mine. And then I think, other than the LeBron shirt jersey, I think I'm gonna have to throw in there the Drake OVO night. In terms of looks and appeal, that's just fucking cool.
Is that the
Like,
black
you
with
got-
gold Toronto jersey?
Yeah, the black.
Yeah,
gold
hell
Toronto
yeah.
jersey.
That's cool as
They
fuck.
did it.
Yeah.
They did a series of those, and oh my gosh, that is like,
Yeah.
that is just so dope. I was gonna throw in the Brooklyn Biggie jersey that they did like a Bed-Stuy for
Yeah.
had like heritage to it, but there was no like moments. But I remember the Raptors in this era was like you had like DeMar DeRozan, Larry. They could never just get it over LeBron, but the hype that team had around him was like pretty cool to witness. And like Drake being like the biggest artist at the time before he got dumped by Kendrick, it was just like, so cool to. I freaking wanted one of these jerseys so bad, and I think to get that today would be super hard. So yeah, but no magic moment in it, but just like one of the coolest, aesthetically pleasing jerseys. That'd be my pick.
Well,
One of my favorite.
they won the championship that year, didn't they?
They might have in
'Cause that's a
the
Kawhi jersey.
not in it. No, I don't think they're wearing it in it. Were they? That season maybe.
I don't
but
remember.
like,
I don't remember seeing it in the finals.
Nah, maybe not
no,
the finals.
because that was the Drake night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drake night. Yeah. And yeah, you're right. Like they did still have Drake nights when Kawhi was there. It's just like a snapshot of like how big like music is in the culture of like basketball. To have like an artist collaborate on a jersey that they play in is pretty cool. Like imagine like the NFL having like a Taylor Swift 49ers jersey.
What, you don't have one of them?
No.
Well, one of my favorite memories of that Toronto team was Nick Nurse. Like, I love that guy. He got so much press because he'd wear the hats with his own initials on it and stuff like that. And then there's this video of him, and he's like getting hyped on the sideline, and Drake's giving him like a shoulder rub behind him. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen that. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. That Toronto championship team is so underrated for
It's forgotten about.
as an all-time team. Like, you think about their lineup, like pretty much a prime Lowry, Kawhi, Ibaka, Gasol, Siakam, OG Anunoby,
Ibaka on that team?
Ibaka,
Yeah.
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 Like,
He was a bit older by
defensively,
then.
That's got to be one of the best defensive teams of all time.
Fred Van
Yeah.
Fleet. He had some pretty big shots in that series
Yeah,
too.
Vliet was
And
awesome
Van
that
Fleet
series.
as well.
Did you
That's
hear?
a
Did you hear
stud.
DeMar DeRozan? Sorry.
Yeah, that's crap.
Yeah, DeMar DeRozan saying that if
They
it
would've
was
won.
him instead of Kawhi, they would have won. It was just because LeBron left the East.
No way. No way.
All right. He's officially a king. Talking shit achieves nothing. Carry on.
Yeah, that's a stretch. DeMar DeFrozen.
That's a good one.
I love DeMar, but no. Kawhi was the whole reason they did what they did.
Yeah, Kawhi like dragged them.
Yeah.
That shot
Yeah.
against Philly, like on the buzzer, that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Hold on. They still weren't gonna beat. They still weren't gonna beat the Warriors with a healthy Clay and KD though. Like surely.
And that's why it's forgotten.
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
You
How
disagree?
about that though, right? Like I
Clay
don't
went
think they
down.
would have. I don't think they would have beat the Warriors.
Clay went down
Nope.
and then Durant.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then
And it
was
still
like,
took him
no,
7, I believe.
No one.
sorry,
No one
7.
can.
6. Sorry.
The-
6.
6. Yeah. 6
Yeah.
games.
I'm a big believer in the only team that could ever beat that Durant Warriors team would be the 0-1 Lakers.
Man,
16-1 Lakers.
The Rockets with James Harden, the James Harden Rockets when they missed those like however many 3-pointers.
17 threes or whatever it was in a
27 in a
row.
row.
27? Holy shit. It's worse than I
27 in a
remember.
row they missed.
27.
They just needed one. Just one.
Yeah.
That's
keep
27 threes in a row. Sounds like Dallas shooting on a Sunday morning.
There we go. Now I see
Oh,
why
he
I've been,
set you up.
now I
he
see why
set
I've
you
been
up
brought
on
onto
that
this
one.
podcast. It was just for that
Shit.
one liner right there.
That's my thumbnail clickbait right there. Andy
Yeah,
kills
never-
Bella in.
Yeah, okay. Go kill the only guy who plays defense on a Sunday scrimmage. Okay.
True. Like why would Kawhi not stay in Toronto, right? Like, I mean, he went
wanted
there,
to be in
wanted-
LA so badly.
Yeah, he
but
wanted
he
to
should
go
have. He
home.
should have stayed, man. Like it was
But
so
why does he
good.
want to be in LA? He never goes out anywhere or is seen anywhere doing anything. Like he
True.
basically would have like never had to buy a meal in Toronto ever again. He turned down like 30 million on his contract
More.
extension or something. More than how much did he turn down? How much was it?
He's an unusual character, eh?
Yeah, but he's from
He's
California.
an interesting dude.
So he's from
Yeah,
He's from
exactly.
LA.
He's from
He
LA,
wanted to
so he wanted to be home. That's what I mean. He wanted to be in
Yeah.
LA.
He could
That's
have
got to be the goal of it.
Should have
anyway,
stayed in Toronto though. That was a team, and he led the whole thing. Like it just would have been cool to see them at least run it back. Like
But
I-
I don't understand why the Spurs traded him in the first place.
him
For
and Pop
Durant-
couldn't
he was
figure it out.
He wanted to leave. Remember, he had
Really?
like the knee thing. Remember, it was like some
Yeah,
sort of
he-
like.
Oh, mismanagement.
He had the whole
Mismanagement,
knee
100%.
thing. He had his external doctors come in. All the like Parker, Ginobili, and Duncan were upset because he was load managing, and they all thought that he could play. So then he felt betrayed by them and then left. But we don't even know if that's true because he never ever like
Yeah.
answers questions or does interviews
Addressed
or whatever.
it.
So he's just like
Mm.
whatever.
Mm.
Like
Sure.
even Team USA were like, nah, see ya.
Yeah.
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 And we all
Because you know-
were just like, it's quiet.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
like, yeah, makes sense.
Probably got injured.
He doesn't care. I feel sorry for him now. Stuck with James Harden. Far out.
No problem.
After having a season with Westbrook, Jesus,
I
that's rough.
I think he
That's
I
rough.
think he was right to leave Toronto. He that team wasn't going to win again with Golden State. Oh wait, did they break up after
Yeah,
that?
Clippers ain't done shit though. They broke it up because he left. Like, yeah, I don't know. I felt like they had at least a shot.
Yeah, KD.
Like I agree with
KD had
Andy.
a-
They had a good
KD
team.
had
but-
a year out and then left, and
Yeah.
re-signed and then had a year out and then got traded to New Jersey or Brooklyn.
Mm.
Sorry.
I totally
So-
get why he left. I just think he should have stuck it out.
I know this might be way off topic, but I've never really thought of this. What is the greatest could have been team ever then? Like, how did there been no injuries? Is someone going to throw out the Tracy McGrady Yao Ming Rockets?
Fuck no.
No,
Heroes
I
balls.
reckon Brandon Roy, Lamarcus Aldridge, and what was the
Greg
big
Oden.
center? Greg
Greg
Oden.
Oden.
They had the best winning percentage
Some
when the three of them
major
played,
injuries.
and then basically Oden was cactus, and then Brandon Roy had career-ending injuries as well. But those three,
So what
I
year
reckon,
was
Brandon
that?
Roy was amazing.
What year was that?
2010, 11,
Couple of years before Dame, I think.
12,
So,
when Mavs
so
won.
that, yeah. So you're going against prime Kobe and prime Celtics. You
Greg
really think
Oden
they're
was
going
the
to make it out
same
of the
draft
West?
as Durant.
they only played 62 games together, the trio, and they had a 50-12 record.
Yeah, they were
Wow.
awesome. I'm
Brandon
surprised
Roy is
Steve
a guy
Nash.
that's forgotten.
I'm surprised
Sorry, Corey,
Steve
go
Nash
ahead.
and the. I'm surprised Steve Nash and the Suns never made it to the finals. I mean, they had to play the Lakers all the time, but they would have been an
That's
awesome
why.
squad to see in the finals.
I would have liked to see like Steve Nash, Kobe, Powell, and Dwight. That was a team.
Yeah.
But that never
Healthy.
whatever.
Nah,
Yeah.
Didn't really click.
that all
out.
fell apart. Everyone got hurt.
Where are we at? Who's next on the draft?
Sorry.
I'm going for the Sonics, the early '90s Sonics. The hat Andy's wearing, Rain Man, Sean Kemp, number 40. That was
green?
my second. Yeah, the green one. That was the second jersey I
Yeah.
ever bought. That one.
With the glove.
It's old school, but man, it was that Sonics team was so cool.
That's such
Yeah.
an ugly jersey.
I prefer the other Sonics one.
I don't like it either.
With the running riding.
I like the logo.
Yeah.
One.
The logo one.
Yeah. Oh, with
The
the Seattle Power.
Yeah.
It looks like as if I know the Australian Jersey Committee put
The
something
Boomers.
together. Back in the Boomers, yeah, like
Asics.
Sonic Boomers.
Sonic Boomers.
The Asics graphic design team.
Yeah, sorry, Skip. Sorry, Skip, Corey. I'm not agreeing with you on this one. It's a cool team, but shit jersey, you know.
Yeah. Cool team.
It's crazy to think
sure.
that Kevin Durant played his rookie year for Seattle Supersonics.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Is that going to be part of the expansion teams that have been here? I think yesterday it was a topic on a podcast I was listening to that it's Vegas and Sonics that are the closest for expansion teams.
Vegas would be awesome.
Yeah, I think the NBA needs to expand. Like, there's great players now going over to Europe, and they should just be, they should have another couple of teams in there, you know.
Well, we need to dilute
sure.
the league a little bit. It's like, I'm not saying we as in like I'm part of the NBA, but like I feel like the NBA there's if you look at nearly every team, there's like one or two superstars. Where like if you look at the Jordan era, and I'm not discrediting all the Jordan fans, but like it got so diluted that you could like walk to the Eastern Conference Finals. Am I right? No, I'm okay. All right, that was a stretch, but like
it sounded like you were stating a fact, and then you asked a question.
They did, they did the expanding.
Stand on it.
NBA,
If you got something to say,
dilute.
you got to stand on it.
Yeah, no, I'll stand on it. It does dilute the NBA when you expand the teams, and that's what happened right before Jordan came in. It got diluted.
I think now, like how they ran the.
I think there's enough now.
How they ran the expansion last time, I'm not sure if you guys know how it all works, but when they bring in an expansion team, each team on their existing roster for that expansion year gets to protect, say, I think it's 10 players. So they protect 10 players.
Yeah.
And then the expansion team gets to select out of the 2 unprotected roster spots of all the teams which have contracted players.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get draft picks as well. But man, if you think about some of the guys that are going over to play like EuroLeague and like in Australia, like so you got like Montrezl Harrell, you've got like the French guy that just played really well in the Olympics. Like you can build a strong roster with some experienced NBA vets that are just off a team, along with some unprotected players, and then like pick up like a Cooper Flag or someone like that. Like
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be like. Remember they got the Charlotte Bobcats, and then they got was it Ben Wallace? Was it Ben
Gerald
Wallace?
Gerald Wallace.
Sorry. And they built around Gerald Wallace. It's like,
Yeah.
wait, no, he's not gonna like get any wins for this team, you know? Like,
Man, you should look up
Yeah.
the Raptors first season's roster. It had some
Yeah.
awesome players.
who did they have?
Muggsy Bogues, Kevin Willis, Charles Oakley, like some tough
Yeah,
players.
that's right.
The
Hakeem
95
Jordan
oh,
at
terrible.
10.2, didn't he?
And
They were
was that
terrible.
out of the hand picked people? Because I'm just looking at it before.
You
So
had to
in
let go of
'95
two players.
is when the Raptors came. So is that the Raptors then picked Bose and Carter like from that?
Basically,
Because
like Andy said, every team had to release one or two players. So they had like Del Curry, Steph Curry's dad,
yeah,
Muggsy. Man, they were tough.
Mm.
yeah. So that's why I'm for another expansion, because I feel like now we need to dilute it a bit and share some more
Like
superstars.
today's
around the
NBA
world.
game, today's NBA roster has G League players, two-way players. Like there's so many players. There's more than 400 now. Like there's too many.
Mm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely think they need to expand. Let's just have a look at this Raptors first roster team.
Doug Christie, Oliver
Doug
Miller,
Christie.
Damon Stoudemire. Man, Damon was rookie of the
Yeah,
year
the
that
point
year.
guard, the lefty. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
nice.
Rookie of the year, Alvin
I
Robertson.
don't know any of those players. I know Doug Christie and I know Damon Stoudemire. John Sally.
Yeah,
John Sally.
Yeah.
Tracy Murray from UCLA. He was an awesome shooter. Yeah, they were pretty rubbish.
Crazy, yeah.
Even Hakeem Olajuwon
reckon,
went there.
Yeah, I was going to say
Uh,
Hakeem joined him at some point.
Our Sunday scrimmage all-star team could beat them. Probably not.
If
So we have
Santi
Sammy?
picked our team, yes.
We got a shot if he picks a squad.
Yeah.
All right, who was next to draft?
Is
Sammy?
it mine? Is it?
Yeah.
All right.
then-
So
and then
okay, cool. So I love the fact that Corey's actually got this jersey hanging right behind him, because it was kind of the height of Michael Jordan is when I really started like following the NBA hardcore. But the funny thing was, my game and attitude was a lot more like Jordan, and I think it was just because he was a shooting guard and I wanted to be. But the guy I actually wanted to be was Shaquille O'Neal. And him coming through with the pinstripe black jersey back in the mid-'90s, just dunking on everyone, breaking rings, pissing on people. It was so cool, man. Like he brought his own fucking wave. It was just awesome. Awesome to watch.
He was nuts.
Yeah.
So
But
is
his
that
rookie year was probably
Magic
the
pinstripe?
biggest rookie year since Jordan.
Mm.
Like the impact
So
he had.
why did he move? Because didn't he have like Penny with him, who was also a great player? Money.
He wanted-
Money.
Jay West.
Penny
Right.
was going to get paid more than Shaq, and Shaq said, "No way, I'm out of here."
There was some center at the time that got something like 100 million. So Shaq was like, I'm better than him. So you got to pay me 140.
I think that was
Orlando
David
didn't.
Robinson or something.
I
Was
can't
Ewing?
remember who it was, but someone got it. It was Ewing, was it? Right.
Yeah.
And then, so he went back to Orlando. Orlando said, no, we're paying you 100. LA came back with 110 or 120. Jerry West did his thing, and we got him. He sold him on LA, and that was
drafted
that.
Kobe the same year.
Three titles later.
That's cool. That's a cool story.
Yeah,
I
but
like that.
that
That's cool.
Magic, the Orlando Magic pinstripe, white and black, was was awesome.
Yeah,
in the
I like
90s.
them both, eh, Corey?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them both,
Yeah.
man. But I remember distinctly, it was literally the first jersey I ever owned. There were two jerseys in the store. It was Jordan and Shaq. That's how
Yeah.
much I liked Shaq
Yeah.
because I could only afford one. So I
Yeah.
stole that one and left the Jordan. No, I'm kidding. I didn't steal it. I bought the black one. It was like my favorite jersey for like a decade. It was awesome, man. I loved it. I worked at every single scrimmage I could.
He had some pretty cool shoes too.
Hey,
He
you
did.
know what I've
That was
noticed?
terrible to play in.
You know what
Yeah,
I've
I
noticed?
know.
They're also cheap. They're also cheap, by the way, too. The what I've noticed is no one's picked the jerseys in that era where they were like that polyester shiny. You know that like shiny. Think like Miami.
The old Nuggets
Shaq.
ones.
Yeah, you know that like super shine that they
Shiny,
had on
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
used to think that was like super cool like back then, but like no one. I feel like the world has kind of forgot they like existed.
They
What
did
was that,
forget, yeah. There was a lot of
what was that?
expectation with Iverson and Melo, and it didn't happen.
Yeah.
So they kind of just fizzled away, and that was the jersey at the time, that blue with the gold. They even had the blue with the white, man. They were both really nice. Now they wear shit jerseys and they're good. Should flip it around.
Warriors had an ugly orange one.
Oh, I didn't mind that
Oh,
one. The
yeah.
Oakland one? I didn't
Really?
mind that one. Yeah. Fuck you, Corey. I'm wearing it next time we play.
All right, I've got the last pick.
Let's go.
I'm going like super sentimental.
Oh,
When I
hell
was in
no.
college,
This
many
is the worst
years
jersey ever.
ago, I'm going Manu Ginobili black Spurs jersey.
Oh, shit.
Probably
It's so
wouldn't
boring,
wear it.
but it's pretty cool.
It is an
that-
iconic jersey, though. This jersey is literally a dynasty. That's what's fucking awesome about it.
Exactly.
And
It tells
Ginobili
it.
changed the game with his Euro.
Yeah.
This jersey reminds me of a boiled steak. It's just like, you know, plain like
Highly nutritious, not very interesting.
But Ginobili was interesting as a player. So I feel like that system that the Spurs played in, when I was in Texas when he was playing for them, I was living over there, and he was just such a like came off the bench and just drove Popovich wild, but the fans loved him, and he was so creative, and like I copied all his moves. When he was going bald, I shaved my head. Like he was just the man, and he was
Yeah.
like he wasn't European, but he played in Italy, so we all knew about him and stuff like that, and no one thought he was going to make it over in the NBA. He thought it'd be like a couple of years and then be back in Italy or whatever, but he was just such an iconic player.
Would you say, Andy, he was the greatest six man ever?
I think like with championships and all that
Stuff.
considered, I think yeah.
Yeah.
I think one of the underrated things was his performance with the Argentina team, like that Olympic gold.
Yeah.
Has got to be up
Yeah.
there with his NBA titles. You know what I mean?
Mm.
People say
Up there with
he
the
was-
Gasols winning gold with Spain. Like, yeah, that
Yeah,
was
well-
it was amazing.
well, they only won Eurobasket. They didn't win the Olympics.
But
right.
they played in a gold medal game, didn't they?
Yeah, but got beat by US by 6.
Yeah. Kobe.
Mm, mm.
Yeah.
Rudy Fernandez dunked on Dwight Howard.
Yeah.
Fun fact: I was in Spain watching that game.
Were you sober? Is the
You've been everywhere.
question.
No, I wasn't. That's why I can't remember it.
I know we're done. I just had one more jersey. I kind of just wanted to throw that. It was like a cool moment for
Honorable
me. but,
mention.
Honorable mention. I'm gonna go Kevin Garnett, Minnesota, all black jersey with
Bro, that
the
yep.
green strap on the side. That goes hard.
Yep.
I
For
remember.
sure.
I remember playing that on 2K, and I was just like, I wasn't even like a Garnett fan, but it was just like I just like that jersey so much. But people that actually want to wear it to like look cool and match their kicks or with jacket over or a red t-shirt or whatnot, they're usually the old school like Mitchell and S vintage jerseys. That's
Mm.
just kind of like a little bit of streetwear inside for y'all.
Yeah.
Streetwear is just right up my alley, mate. So thanks for that advice.
As you can tell by the hat.
This is from Culture King. We're an all-inclusive podcast. I've got an Islander and a black guy on, so it's great. Perfect.
Very diverse. We got all
Check
all
the
corners
spec-
of the world covered.
Yeah, check the social box. This PC.
Exactly.